Draw your pentagrams and get ready to shout at the devil because today's Sick Flick is one hell of a good time. Welcome to Sick Flicks, where I take a deep dive into the cinematic sewer to help you embrace your inner gore geek. I'm Mike Bracken, aka The Horror Geek, and today we're tackling Robert Reznikoff's Satanic Panic Chiller, The First Power. Released in 1990, The First Power merges the devil next door mania of the 80s occult craze with the story of satanic serial killer Richard Ramirez to craft a horror film about a ritual killer who's been blessed by the Dark Lord to keep killing from beyond the grave. But enough about that. Can The First Power sacrifice enough Californians to conjure up a coveted 5 barf bag rating? Let's get to the gore and find out. Oh, and before we get started, today's video is sponsored by patrons Laura Tisdale, Alex Falds, and Chris Nesbitt. If you'd like to help sponsor some videos and free me from the shackles of YouTube's tyranny, you'll find a link to my Patreon in the pinned comment and description below. And now, let's get bloody. Nelson Entertainment. Haha, smell you later. Starring Lou Diamond Phillips. You might think this is his first Sick Flicks appearance, but you'd be wrong, as he apparently had an uncredited extra part as a zombie in Demon Wind. Oh yeah, this is definitely a low-effort title card. Yes, they spent all their money on Lou. Also, The First Power? Is this like a movie version of that shitty Robert Greene book? Do they intend to make 47 more of these? That's a deep-cut joke. And here's our antagonist, Jeff Kober. Kober's had a long career in film and television with appearances on ER, Sons of Anarchy, and in movies like Out of Bounds. Hey, it's Michael T. Williamson. He's the genius behind the Bubba Gump Shrimp Company. And he was in a little film called Heat. Dennis Lipscomb might not be a name you know, but you probably recognize his face. Dude's been on like every TV show ever made. Music by Stuart Copeland. Someone call the cops because that dude was in The Police. Produced by David Madden. Boom! Written and directed by Robert Reznikoff. This was his only feature film directorial credit. Oh wait, it's like a second title card. That's a show first, baby. And we hop into some real nonsense in this opening scene. These guys are like, frankly, what we do with the communion wine is none of your business, sister. And hey, that's David Gale, aka Reanimator's Dr. Hill on the left. Turns out our sister is just here to fire up the good old satanic panic.
15 people have been brutally murdered. All over the country, cult killings are spreading. There are signs of his work.
And she's not done.
His power is growing. All of these bodies have been marked with inverted pentagrams, his sign.
Lady, are you high? Because you sound high. Now let's check out some cat eating.
Hell yeah.
No, not like that, you pervs. This feline eating the pizza. Lou, I know you're the ace detective, but your map is upside down. Oh, hey, did a 900 number call him? Do you kids even remember 900 numbers? Christ, I'm old. So, tell me about your deepest, darkest fantasy. Oh, that's easy. Being able to retire. Ooh, you're turning me on. But I meant fantasies that could actually come true. I will say, I love how basically everything in the 90s looked like an erotic thriller. You should have gotten Shannon Tweed for this and let Gregory Dark direct. Wait, this is costing me $3.99 per minute? I'm hanging up. These are just all the places where he's gonna hunt for One-Eyed Willie's treasure later. Oh, it's a pentagram! La Bamba! Oh yeah, that's a sweet binocular shot. Look, if you think binoculars are overrated, then look no further. Hey, if this bum cop looks familiar, it's because it's Brian Libby. He was the psycho killer who squared off against Chuck Norris in Silent Rage. Filmed in Seymour Butts vision. Step on it. You gotta get me over to the crime scene so I can help Longmire crack the case. Alright, La Bamba and Longmire. Can I work in a Stand and Deliver and Young Guns reference to complete the Lou Diamond Phillips parlay? Place your bets now. Hey, how'd he get partnered with Axel Foley? Are they in Beverly Hills? See, he even laughs like Eddie Murphy. And now it's time for some street walking.
Hell yeah.
No, I mean this cop lady is walking the streets. She's bait. Oh no, this door is open. Let us pray that everyone is safe inside. But all she finds is this cat and a jump scare. Is it opposite day? Is the motorist pulling over the cops for a change? Hey, I don't think Lou's haircut is regulation. That's not high and tight, hippie boy. Can you believe the balls on that guy? Pulling me over. And it looks like our female cop is a real dirty girl.
Hell yeah.
No, I mean because she's lying in the dirt. I mean, this looks pretty romantic. It's like a candlelight dinner. Oh, it's a killer in a mask. I love those. It's like a Tommy Lee Jones mask from Spirit Halloween. Oh, hey, Jeff Kober's the man behind the mask. These cop cars are drifting like this is a Need for Speed game. Anyway, it looks like Jeff has a headache. It hurts right
Here.
Don't worry, though. Lou and Axel are on the way. God, I hope there's a bathroom up here. Had way too much coffee earlier. Here, you try on the Tommy Lee Jones mask now. It'll be fun. If you're getting very strong Richard Ramirez / The Night Stalker vibes here, I think that was intentional. Now, though, to be fair, Lou Diamond Phillips looks more like Richard Ramirez than Jeff Kober does. Be very quiet. I'm hunting a wascally satanic serial killer. Well, I think we can all agree that could have gone better. But here comes Lou to save the day. It's a slobber knocker down here at the sewage plant. Just another top-notch JR right there. Stop! You're wanted. Dead or alive. Does that count as my Young Guns reference? Can I get a ruling from the judges? Yeah, hide and seek would definitely be a lot more interesting with guns. Just saying. And here comes an OSHA violation. You really have to secure those things on high shelves in your warehouse. And now Lou makes the biggest rookie mistake of all. He's brought an empty gun to a knife fight. I mean, let's be honest. The reason it's empty is because he shoots like a stormtrooper. By God, he broke him in half. And it looks like Lou might have some anger management issues.
You son of a bitch! You motherfucker! How does it feel?
I sure hope he had his body cam turned off. This is a lawsuit waiting to happen. Stop. He's already dead. Oh no, Lou's been stabbed. And he only had like 25 more years till retirement. The Pentagram Killer? God, they weren't even trying to give this guy a cool name. Way to phone it in. Geraldo is probably going to do a 3-hour special on him, though. Hi, I'm Lou Diamond Phillips. No, I will not be signing autographs at this time. I love this killer. He's just got 0 fucks to give.
How's it going, Russ? Stomach okay?
Look at Lou. He's like, I'm going to stand and deliver you a death sentence. Boom. Got all the references before the 20-minute mark. Don't try this at home, kids. I'm a professional. Hey, what's this white stuff all over the paper? Gross. Now Lou's gonna demonstrate how it got there. Hey, Lou, you got a call. Something about your car's extended warranty. Sounded important. Oh, God, it's just some anti-death penalty person calling to complain.
I warned you. No death penalty.
Right, no death penalty. Got it, Karen, and that would be great if I were a prosecutor and had any say in that. Yeah, Jeff's gonna ride the lightning like he's in Metallica. Except this is a gas chamber, so that joke only sorta works. And he clearly stays strapped. Oh shit, see, he's not riding lightning, he's entered the Claudio Fragasso death chamber. Fun fact, they outlawed death by fog machine in 1996 because it was too cruel and inhumane. Here's a live look at the air around me after a big bean burrito. You know, the presence of a Lou Diamond Phillips in this timeline means there's probably a Lou Zirconia Phillips in some alternate reality. Yeah, just going full Dutch oven here. I approve. Sorry guys, this is taking way too long. I'm just gonna nap until the noxious gas finally kills me. Psych. Don't worry though, Lou Topaz has it under control. God, do I have to do everything myself around here? But it turns out this was all just football practice. With a cat jump scare even. That's like a B-movie bingo parlay right there. There's probably a hell yeah about tossing cat at him in there, but just do your own. Jesus, even his cat hates him. Whoa, Lou, it just hissed at you. No need to give it the old yeller. Oh yeah, sweet Bowflex. Just 20 minutes a day, 3 times a week, and you'll still be a fat, weak slob. See? Lou's got a chest that screams, do you even lift? And I can't wait for some rando to come along and tell me I'm fat after that joke, so I can go, yeah, but I've benched 360 in my 50s, so that means I could almost bench you. Oh man, my art studio is a mess. I'm gonna blast Bob Ross for this. Well, guess I'm not getting my security deposit back. This is how I answer the door too. Trying to hide so no one sees me and the gun at the ready. The sign says no solicitors. And now the cops are here, but this room is suddenly clean. Hey, how's she dead now? This is basically what Lou sees every time he scores. A face of bored indifference. All right, real doll, time to go back in your box. And I have no idea who this is, but I like the way she parks. Oh no, my car's leaking blood again. Damn you, Mr. Goodwrench. Hey, am I in a Slayer video? Where'd all the cars go? And how is this guy still alive and free? But this was all just football practice. Anyway, she's getting ready to face Frank Pembleton in the box. Man, I miss Andre Brower. Anyway, I guess she's gonna have to settle for Lou Phillips. Let's get the introductions out of the way.
Detective Logan, Miss.
Seaton. Tess Seaton.
Wait, did she say her last name was Satan? Oh, Seaton. Pretty close. Wonder if that's a hint. Anyway, she's got a bead on who killed the cop.
Patrick Channing, the pentagram killer.
Look at Lou. He's like, are you high? Because we have drug tests here. But wait, it gets crazier.
You might have executed his body, but his spirit has been released.
Lance Henriksen? Can I get a ruling on this?
That's the stupidest fucking thing I ever heard.
But now it all makes sense.
I am a professional psychic.
She made it to the show. I mean, she did some minor league fortune telling down in AA earlier in her career. Oh, and she was the lady calling him earlier, too.
So you used your psychic powers to figure out where he was going next. I suppose that's also how you got my home phone number.
But it looks like they've already got someone for the cop killing. Yeah, I don't know. This dude looks more like the kind of guy who could tell you how much Sudafed, a catalytic converter, would get you in trade than a killer. Look into the light, Carol Ann. Oh, sweet sky blue Oldsmobile. I mean, it's an okay car, but close enough. And they're doing a little B&E. Man, being a psychic must pay way better than being a cop.
You know, it looks like the psychic business pays pretty well.
Now Lou's gonna play with this Wang.
Hell yeah.
No, I mean this Wang computer. The early days of the internet. This is way better than a GeoCities site. Anyway, this guy's telling our psychic. So it's sort of fitting he gets distracted by Tail. Anyway, Lou clearly doesn't understand boundaries, so he's listening to her messages. But surprise, one is for him.
Looks like the score is Pentagram 16, LAPD 1. Nah, not even 1, huh, Logan?
And now he's got company. I mean, she's psychic, so she probably already knew he was there. Or not. And now Lou's gonna get a trip to HR and an excessive force citation in his jacket. Uh-oh, someone's horny.
Hell yeah.
No, because they're playing this trumpet. Hey, stop horsing around. Oh no, not Eddie Murphy / Ernie Hudson. Wow, check out this horsepower. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Now it's like a Young Guns crossover. Hey, don't get carriaged away, man. Wow, Lou's really a stickler for wearing your seatbelt. Buckle up or I'll shoot you. I feel like half of this movie is just Lou Emerald Phillips running around with a gun. Hey, how's our killer still out? And he's jumping like this is a Pointer Sisters song. I regret nothing. The Pointer Sisters. Boy, that's a deep cut. So this is a pretty impressive jump here. And the stuntman actually made a 10-story jump with a cable. Crazy. Great, he gets to take the express elevator, and I gotta go down the stairs. So you're telling me the guy jumped off a 10-story building and walked away. I'm gonna need you to talk to the force psychiatrist, Lou. Yes, looks like this movie has developed a case of tunnel vision. The guy's like, I'm just gonna hang out here for a while, if that's cool. And it looks like the LAPD is gonna let him down one last time. Trench coat, church. Is he going to meet the Kurgan? Jesus Christ! Normally, Lou makes people confess, but I guess we're gonna flip the script today. The priest is like, hey, this is boring. Could you make up something more interesting, maybe? And surprise, his priest is our pentagram killer. Time for Lou with a gun. It's basically the house establishing shot of this movie at this point. Go with God, my son. Man, this guy's got a vertical like Jordan. Must be the shoes. Skulking around with a gun. But here comes a jump scare. Oh, wait, it's just a psychic vision. Does that count as football practice? I don't even know, and this is my show. Back in the present, do you rent rooms hourly? I'm asking for a friend. Lou with a gun. Drink. Pull over. I gotta get back in this movie. And it's deja vu all over again. Oh God, she's gonna stop him with a special pentagram coin from the Franklin Mint that she ordered off the Home Shopping Network. And now he's gonna show her he's a really big fan. I'm gonna tell Sterling this was Blade. I'm pretty sure ceiling fan blades don't deflect bullets. Damn, James Caan hit on some hard times in the 90s. And now our killer's gonna drop in unexpectedly. Hey, is this another Oldsmobile? What are the odds? Yeah, sorry about your car, man. Talk to my captain. We got a whole fleet of shitty Oldsmobiles, so he'll probably let you pick a replacement. Totally random weird dude. And he's not buying Psychic Girl's possession story either.
She just got out of the hospital.
Might want to put her back in there.
Turns out they're gonna need help from a higher power, so it's off to the convent. Sorry, we're Catholic. Go peddle your Book of Mormon somewhere else. And remember that nun from the first scene? Yeah, she's still in this movie.
What can you tell us about the first power?
Title mention, drink. So, fun fact, this movie was originally titled Transit, presumably because the killer could jump bodies and not because everyone drives an Oldsmobile. Orion changed it because they didn't think Transit sold it as a horror film, which was a good call. Look, sister, tell me what I want to know, and don't make me get my gun out. Well, sure, I guess we can stop for drinks. I mean, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. She's like, J&B neat for me and a virgin daiquiri for my detective friend. Hey, that's a young Bill Moseley working the bar. Yeah, she's just gonna take matters into her own hands. And now she's negging him. These pecs are pretty small. Have you been using a Bowflex instead of benching with a barbell? Next up, house establishing shot. Turns out this is the killer's house, where his grandmother still lives. Oh, come in, you two. I've got Pepperidge Farm cookies and Country Time lemonade. Wait a minute, this is the room of a Satanist? That wallpaper would probably drive me to the Dark Lord. Oh, sweet, he had a My First Pentagram kit. She's like, oh god, this music box is playing Creed. Make it stop. And Grandma's had enough.
I want you to leave now!
So basically, Grandpa abused Jeff's mom, and he saw it, and Grandma knew. Great family.
You were there, weren't you? You saw it happen. You let it happen.
So, guess this solves the mystery of who his father was. Anyway, they get out and head underground. That Zippo sure is bright. I think the Ninja Turtles are at the end of this tunnel. Hey, you guys can't be down here. This is Das Effects' place. Yes, that's Agent Johnson. No, the other one. From Die Hard. And great, she's got stigmata. Anyway, let's see what's happened with our nun.
I believe Satan has granted one of his disciples the first power.
Title mention again. You know what to do. Now it's Lou with a shotgun. Maybe it will be a rocket launcher by the climax. Rats. No, really. No, this building is definitely not up to code. Oh, hi there. By the power of the Franklin Mint, I command you to stand back, demon. He's not impressed, but he is going to show her his sweet jujitsu moves. And they're going up the scaffolding like this is the end of the Incredible Melting Man. But here comes Lou Rhinestone Phillips. Look out, Channing's got moves. But Lou's new lady friend is doing her best hacksaw Jim Duggan. Guess our killer should have listened to Rakim so he'd know the ledge. No, don't help. I've got it under control. Hey, that's not our killer. But this is a pretty solid way to get back to being lead detective. Just kill your competition. God, this is your place? No wonder you're single.
Maid's day off.
So, since we got time to kill, let me show you my collection of Magic the Gathering cards. Oh god, he's one manifesto away from being the Unabomber. Uh-oh, Lou Ruby Phillips is gonna shoot his shot. But he gets shot down.
What are you doing? I mean, this is crazy.
But he's persistent. But he's also about to get C-blocked by a levitating bag lady. Did not have that on my bingo card. And jump scare.
Tess, there's nothing out there.
Lou Topaz is now getting his ass kicked by a bag lady. They flee to the Oldsmobile, but clearly they forgot the #1 rule. Always check your back seat for killers. I think she just wanted to ride shotgun, but forgot to call it. I'll believe a lot of things, but there's no way an Oldsmobile ever got enough speed to get air like this. Yeah, nothing a little Bondo and some primer can't fix. Lou's like, hey, where'd my lady friend get off to? No, don't worry about me. I'm good. Just gonna walk it off. Well, I guess he moved on pretty quick since he's knocking on this nun's door like it's a booty call. Let me in, sister. I just want to Netflix and chill. Fine, come in. But we're watching Mother Angelica and we'll sit far enough apart for the Holy Spirit to sit between us. And here comes some exposition that probably should have happened about an hour ago.
There are 3 powers that can be bestowed by God or Satan. The third power is the ability to take over another person's body. Your friend is a psychic. She has the second power, the gift of knowing the future. The first power is resurrection, immortality.
Oh, great. We're gonna kill him with a cross? Why do we need a nun for this again? Oh, that's why. Jesus will cut you. Keep that in mind, sinners. So now we gotta go back to the tunnels for our climax. It's down here in the sewer, so it'll probably be a real shit show. Not gonna lie. After crawling around down here, the sister is probably gonna have a really nasty habit. Hey, I found my girlfriend! This prayer thing really works! But crazy homeless lady is basically Spider-Man, who's really gonna work on his situational awareness. And now we've got a handicap match. Crazy Bag Lady versus Lou Diamond Phillips and the Warrior Nun. Look out, we've got some nun slaughter. I'm glad we brought her along. She was super useful. But Lou shows her how the LAPD deals with perps. Blasted right in the face. Oh look, the nun's still alive. Please, Lord, don't let this movie kill my career. Well, I sure am hungry. Who's ready for some barbecue Bag Lady? Not gonna lie, all the Mad Dog probably makes her burn faster. And a surprise everyone saw coming, the nun's possessed.
Take my hand.
Gee, thanks, Russ.
Our heroes, ladies and gentlemen, getting his ass kicked by a bag lady and a nun. Pimpin'! I'm guessing if they'd ever made a sequel, some kids from the cancer ward would have kicked Lou's ass in that one. Oh shit, is this a Ms. 45 sequel? And she says what I've been thinking all movie.
You're pathetic, Logan.
Anyway, after a whole lot of jibber jabber, the sister is going to take a stab at ending this thing once and for all. And now he's at least getting his ass kicked by a dude, so I think that counts as progress. While they're duking it out, our psychic chick is yanking a crank.
Hell yeah.
No, this valve crank. This is a live look at my pool during Hurricane Milton. Yeah, there's some very strong end of Jason Takes Manhattan vibes here. Come on in, water's fine. Woo, water slide. Usually you wind up in a pool. This seems dangerous. Oh, this is great. But here comes Lou. He's probably just going to keep the killer occupied by letting him kick his ass. And down he goes into the acid. Definitely Jason Takes Manhattan vibes here. Yeah, might as well blow him up too. I had no idea acid was explosive. But you know he's not really dead, right? Of course you do. But here's the Deus Ex Crucifix. And before he can finish the deed, the cops show up and see him menacing the nun. Yeah, this is a real conundrum. But he stabs her anyway. And gets blasted. Of course you knew they weren't going to let Lou Citrine Phillips die, right? But here comes the swerve. Of course, it's just football practice. Or is it?
See you around, buddy boy.
It really is. Too bad we never got a sequel. So, what do we learn from the first Power? Mostly that there was a period in the late 80s and early 90s where Hollywood was obsessed with the idea of executed killers coming back from the grave. From this, to Shocker, to the horror show, and eventually the Denzel Washington flick Fallen, and more, this was a pretty common trope. However, the most interesting thing about this one to me is that it was supposedly late NWA member Eazy-E's favorite movie. So weird. But enough about that. Can this killer sacrifice enough victims to the Dark Lord to earn a coveted 5 barf bag rating? Let's go to the gore card. In terms of gross anatomy, the first Power is a little light. We get some pentagrams carved in flesh, one impaled cop, a stabbed nun, stigmata hands, and that's about it. There's not enough gore here to give this one anything more than a 2 barf bag rating. First Power isn't a super sick flick, but I've always had a soft spot for it anyway. Looking for another cult classic where a detective hunts a supernatural killer? Then be sure to check out my review of Silent Rage. You'll find a link here on the screen. I'll meet you over there. Until next time, I'm Mike Bracken, aka the Horror Geek, bringing you all the splatter that matters.